Your practice is, what's the main goal of yoga? Peace. And if you're not physically comfortable, it's going to be hard to be emotionally and mentally comfortable. It starts with your body, with your feeling in your body. So if you have some pillows nearby and you're not sure, throw them underneath your legs and just see if your body comes into a sense of relaxation a little more quickly. Okay. The other experiment is with your lower body. It usually feels a little more soft and heavy if you support your legs. Your upper body, if your tendency is to bring your arms way up, out like a T, like we do sometimes in a twist, that can start to make your upper body feel on. So there's a sweet spot when your arms are down by your hips, but they're not too close. If you everybody bring your hands right in by your hips. Go right into your hips. Everybody lower your arms to your hips. That's it, all the way down. And just, I want you to feel what your shoulders are doing now. Just feel what your shoulders are doing. Now move your hands, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 inches out, but not too high. Just a little bit. And notice what the front of your shoulders or the top of your shoulders feel like. I know it seems subtle, these things, but the more you can attune yourself to the subtleties, the more likely you are, when you're not practicing yoga, to notice when you're holding yourself in a funny way, when you're not breathing, when you're sort of unconsciously shrugging one or both shoulders up or standing on one leg. And these are the kinds of postural imbalances that become a bigger deal as we move into the tendency to get stuck in certain patterns. So, yoga at its best has a real potential for us to unlock any of the patterns, mental, physically, or emotionally. But it does require us to pay attention. It's not a it's a participant's game. It's not a, oh, I believe that, so it's going to happen. You gotta be into it, and you gotta use your curiosity about yourself to notice these things. Let your back ribs soften, let the front of your hips soften, and then slowly start to exhale your head to one side. Let it roll or plop. Inhale through center and exhale to side two. And really, as your practice progresses, it's really the little things. I was working with a woman, if you saw her, you all have seen her. Her practice is beautiful, it's strong, and yet we discovered just a little bit of stiffness coming into her upper spine that's, leading to that, again, that forward head tilt very subtly. If you looked at her, you'd think her posture was fantastic, all that stuff. But there's some creeping in of that stiffening there through that part of our body that likes to get stiff easily. Good, one more each side. As you're ready, evolve into inhale, arms reaching, toes pointing. Exhale, lightly flexing your feet as you lower your arms and perhaps still keeping the head turned for a few more cycles just to get the neck opened up. Inhale, reaching, toes pointing. Exhale, head turning, lowering arms. Two more on each side. Take your time. Great, Barbara. And then through center. If you've got the bolster, bring your feet on top of the bolster. It actually will make something down the road a little bit more challenging. And in this position also to help you bring your lower back closer to the mat. If you don't have the bolster, you don't have the bolster. If you don't have the bolster, I say get a bolster in your life. Exhale, pump your right knee to your chest. What does that mean? I'm going to let my arms straighten as I inhale, and I'm just going to pump my right knee in as I exhale. It's a gentle little opening for the back of your hip and your glutes, and a little bit of range of motion work for the front of your hip. Nice and easy here. And then we're going to do that same pump, but you're bringing your right knee towards your right armpit. So you're just angling out a little bit of a external rotation here, just about 6 times on exhale, lightly pulling your leg and then letting it move away on your inhale. Good, everybody, bring your knee back through center. Slowly roll your right ankle out. Spread your toes as you move. Good, Paula. Nice, Catherine. Really good, Catherine, with that. Taking your time. Great, Stevie Ann. Go the other way. Nice, Penny. Good, Sandy. Good, David. That's it, Marcia. Nice, Sid. And then we're pausing here in Apanasana, Ardha Apanasana. This is especially if your foot is elevated a little bit. You could also put your foot on a block. This makes it a little bit more supported, and you might get deeper range of motion. Take another breath in here. Stay here longer if you just need your practice to be a little slower starting out of the gate. Or put your right foot back down, hands behind your head. Exhale, just right knee towards your right eye. Lift your upper body. You could always rest your upper body and just have your foot moving in and out, which is going to give you lower abdominals. The upper body is going to give you a little more through the solar plexus, which we've been focusing on more this month. That's your upper abs. Also relates to your digestion and emotionally to your sense of power or confidence or courage too. Hold up and pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Put your right foot down. We're doing the same leg. We're going to cross left elbow towards the right knee. Exhale, cross your body. Right elbow can stay on the floor today. Cross your body. Good. Exhale, cross. Just left elbow, right knee. Super simple. We're holding up and we're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Bring your right foot down. Bring your hands down. Draw your shoulder blades underneath you. Press your feet into the floor or into the pillow. Lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Lower down. Let's move on this first cycle. Inhale, lift hips up, reach feet and thighs, or reach thighs forward towards the ends of your toes. So for those of you who get a little wonky in your lower back on a bridge, having your feet elevated allows you to go up higher before you get that tugging in your lower back. So we get some more range of motion. Chin away from chest. 2. We're going to hold the next one up. Pause. Broaden your shoulders by rolling your collarbones wide. Slightly bring your ankles and knees to the midline. Just have a sense of hugging in. Make sure that your neck isn't doing too much work. And then take all of your 10 toes up, off of the bolster, off of the earth for a few breaths. Really feel the arches of your feet opening or stretching or turning on. Relax your toes back down. Lower your butt all the way down. Exhale, Ardha Apanasana on the left. So left knee comes in. And we're doing a variation today. We're inhaling, letting the knee move away. We're exhaling, drawing the knee in. Little pumping action to oil up your hips. Exhale. Doing about 6. Hold in close to your body. Circle your ankles slowly out, your left ankle, spreading your toes to slow your roll down. And the other way. Letting your left knee fall towards your left armpit now in the same motion. Inhale away from your body, exhale, little external rotation here. Good, Marcia. Good, 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 everybody. You're holding your knee. You're holding your knee. This is going to make it a little easier to deepen the range of motion of flexion. You do it without holding your knee, it's hard to get your leg all the way in. 2 and 1. Take a moment, take a breath. Bring your left foot down, hands behind your head. You could also just do without lifting your upper body here. Otherwise, it's exhale, knee towards your left eye, inhale down. One more. Hold up, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything down. Now keeping your left elbow on the floor, exhale, right knee, left knee, left knee, right elbow, exhale. And don't worry about getting all the way across. Just enough to turn on the obliques. Good. Come back through. Oh, let's pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything back down. Hands down by your hips. If it feels good, wiggle your shoulder blades underneath you. You're still using the bolster under your feet if you've got that. Lift your hips up. And those of you who have that back pain stuff, I often get it on bridge pose. Just notice if the elevation of your feet is really helping that. Roll your shoulders back, chin away from chest. If it is, then I would say have the bolster handy to start your yoga practice every time, and then you can, eliminate it when it doesn't make sense. All right, here we are in bridge pose. If you're ready for a little more work, bring your right knee to your chest. And then if it feels okay in your body, reach your right leg to the sky. Now, refine the pose by rolling your shoulders back and moving your chin away from your chest. Good. Keep your right leg lifted, lower your hips, cross your right knee over your left knee. Here's another aspect of having something underneath your foot. You may not have to lift your legs up. In fact, you could bring your hands to your thighs and kind of lengthen your thighs forward as you hold eye of the needle to open the hip. Or bring your hands around your thigh or even around your shin for a deeper variation of the pose. In both cases, best of your ability, let your shoulders roll back. Place a little more weight and attention to your left side. And if it feels like you could go deeper, slide your right thigh to the right without moving your leg. Each time you make an adjustment here, check back in with neck and shoulders, soft, soft, soft. Those of you who would like this to be a little more core work, Keep your legs in this configuration. Keep your legs towards your chest. Lift your head up and then reach your arms forward and hold the pose hands free for 8 and 7. Good. And 6. Great, Sandy. And 5. 4. Good, Paula. 3. Weight into your left hip. Good, Marcia. Weight into your left hip. Everybody. 2. And everything back down. Bring both feet back to the floor to your bolster, hands down, shoulder blades underneath. Lift your hips. Now, something that also happens in repetition is that each time you come back to a pose, roll your shoulders back. Your body usually starts to feel like, oh, this is a little more doable than it was 5 minutes ago. So check out if there's been any shifts. If you're ready for more, hover your left knee to your chest. If you're ready for more than that, reach your left leg to the sky. Good. 2. Keep your left leg lifted, lower your hips, cross your right ankle, above your left knee. You can use your hands here to lightly, I'm not just pushing my thighs forward, but I'm also lengthening them up. And then tack your right hip down, keep your shoulders relaxed. This is a nice way to open the hips. You may even get a little more sensation through the back. Otherwise, exhale, eye of the needle, holding your thigh or even below your knee. Drawing your legs as close to you as you can. Always checking in with the upper body. Move your chin away from your chest to preserve the natural curve of your neck. Usually we need a little more weight to the right hip or whichever side is not opening out. If it feels appropriate and you want to go deeper, try reaching left leg to the left. Those of you who want a little more core intensity, a little more vigor, exhale, lift up, chin away from chest, reach your arms forward, keep tacking the right side down, and hold. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything back down. Draw your right knee to your chest, reach your right leg to the sky, flex and point your right foot 4 times slowly. Let your shoulders roll back. Hold the flex. Believe it or not, root your outer left hip down first. So tack the hip down so you're not rolling to your left side body. And then as you bring your leg towards your face, reach your right hip here, the outer right hip, reach it away from yourself. Shoulders are relaxed. One more time, if you want to stretch your spine even more and wake up your abs, you're going to walk your hands up as high as you can towards your ankle or even your foot. Relax your shoulders and elbows and hold for 8. So it's deeper flexion of your spine. Hug your right knee back into your chest. Come down if you lift it up. Right foot down. Draw your left leg in and up to the sky. Shoulders soften, hands soft, about 4 times. Flex, spread your toes, and point, working the ankle joint. So ankles and feet, flexibility and ability to move quickly and with ease are super important in terms of balance. Hold the pose. You're letting your leg move towards your face, and you can use your hands as long as your upper body's soft. And then your right hip is probably lifting up a little bit. So tack your right hip down, make the lower back of your pelvis feel level. And to go deeper, reach your left hip a little forward. If you want a more abdominal engagement and a deeper flexion of your spine, start to walk your hands up and lift your head up. Reaching up as high as you can comfortably. Once you're in the position, elbows move in a little so that you can keep your bones soft and heavy for 8. Draw everything back in. Draw both knees into your chest. And then circle your legs away from each other, oiling up the hips again. Good. And the other way, oiling up the hips the other way. So good, everybody. Nice and simple. Just letting your body open up gently. Good. Hold your knees towards your armpits. If it feels appropriate, hold the back of your knees and lift your feet to the sky. You can also hold your ankles and your feet for happy baby. I'm reaching my hips away from my face. I'm rolling my shoulders back and down. I'm widening my inner thighs. One more time if you want a little more intensity. Keep your legs in this position. Lift up. Reach your arms forward and through and hold for 8, 7. We're all going to come back to the stretch, or you're holding the stretch for 4, 3, 2. Grab your ankles, feet, or knees again. Come back to happy baby. Exhale. Bring your knees back into your chest. Inhale, relax your elbows, hold here, or draw your nose towards your knees. Breath in, breath out. Good. Set your feet down on your mat or on your pillow, and then reach your right leg to the right, your left leg to the left. Drop your arms open. Come into Shavasana. Notice any changes from the beginning of your practice.